Hello everyone, my name is Greg and welcome to my new YouTube channel called Instrumental Gaming. On this channel, I hope to introduce you all to different games and software that'll teach you piano or guitar. So with introductions out of the way, let's get started with the first game I want to review on this channel. Keys&Kingdoms was released around October 2020. It's a game made by MeloQuest, a company that started up in 2019. So here's the box for the game. I got it from Best Buy. I was there during Christmas and figured I'd try and use some gift cards, and I stumbled across this game. That's how I found it. Here is the keyboard that it comes with. It's a 25 key MIDI keyboard. You could connect it to anything if you wanted to, but it does work with the game, and it came with an adapter to connect to my phone. I don't have a lot of experience with MIDI keyboards, but it's been great for me and no problems. So the starting area for this game is kind of your small home base. It's basically like your bedroom. You earn cosmetics from encounters in the game. There's not a whole lot to pick from right now, so I would definitely like to see more choices here besides just different color options basically. Another area in the main bedroom is your practice piano. Now this is really cool because it has free play, which is really nice if you want to go in and just seem like you're playing a piano and maybe practice some hand exercises you found, or if you want to practice playing a song by memory. There is a list of songs here which tracks the songs you played in the game, and you can also try to master them here. Now let's leave the main base and go into the world map of Harmonia. The Waste is some sort of darkness that's taking over the world of Harmonia. You can find lighthouses and play music in them. This will charge the lighthouse and make it shine to rid that specific island of the waste. This changes what random enemies and encounters will spawn on the world map. Now the map in this game actually has a lot of life to it, and there's quite a few encounters you can run into randomly. I want to go through a few of them right now. The first encounter I want to talk about is dungeons. Usually there's 3 to 5 battles, and the chest at the end gives better loot depending on the difficulty rating of the dungeon. Right now, dungeons can range in difficulty from 1 skull to 5 skulls. The next encounter I want to talk about, I'll call the Scale Chess Challenge. A villager asks you to play a scale up and down the piano. Now you're not allowed to mess it up or it'll just start it over at the beginning. And sometimes you have to use both hands, and this is all within a time limit. The next encounter I'll call Play Magic to Free a Villager. So magic in this game is music. You get a short random song to play, and if you do well enough, you free the villager. The next encounter I'll call Listen and Pick the Correct Note. In this encounter, you basically get 2 chances to hear a note being played. You also hear 4 to 5 notes to pick from. You have to pick the correct note that you heard. Enemy battles are going to be one of the main encounters you find on the world map. Battles take place with a turn-based combat. You start the game with only your main character, but you do get to pick up some pet allies along the way. Each turn, you'll pick what you want to do. Either pick a skill to use, or pick an item to use. Skills in the game are completely based on the weapon you have equipped. Each weapon in the game has 3 random abilities on it. Some have elements and chances to cause status effects on your enemies. They have healing, they have AoE attacks, they have target +1 splash, which is basically an AoE because you just put it in the middle and it's gonna hit everyone. They have defensive skills, ones that make you hasted, boost your evasion, all sorts of stuff. So after trying those, and then trying to find a weapon that has the combination of the 3 that you care about, and that looks cool, has been kind of fun so far. When enemies attack, you have to listen to the notes they play and then play those notes back. The trick is that random notes are hidden from you with question marks. If you don't remember the sounds, then the enemy will deal more damage and have a chance to cause status effects on you. If you perfect block, then you take no damage and no status effects can be applied to your characters. Once the battle is done, you get experience and a chest of rewards. Okay, let's talk about some of the towns that you'll find in Harmonia. So in the towns, you'll find different shops, events, random chests, and quests to do. One of the shops you can go to is the item shop. Another place you'll find in the towns is the crafting station. This is basically a place you can go to use the crafting recipes you found while playing the game. And once you've filled in all the notes, it'll let you play, and then the item will be crafted for you. MXM Toon is an American singer-songwriter, musician, YouTube star, and social media personality. Keys&Kingdoms partnered with her to have a special event in the town of Kalos where you get to play music with her. These are actually currently some of the hardest songs in the game. I am still trying to master the hard and expert versions of her song. Quests are another thing you can do in towns. Usually you'll be on the main storyline quest, but eventually you'll hit points where you have to go and do a certain amount of side quests before the main storyline can be continued. Okay, let's move on and talk about the inventory screen. Some of the things you'll get in your inventory are potions, and then also you'll be collecting weapons as you play throughout the game. There are also these bonuses that can show up on rarer items. I don't know what each tier of rarity is called, so I decided to name them common, rare, and legendary. Rings and necklaces are also some items you can get to boost stats. It's hard to tell how effective they are though because you have no idea what your stats are currently at. So is it a 10% boost? 50% boost? No idea. The next area I want to talk about is the Colosseum. Probably my favorite area in the game so far. I spent a lot of time here mastering all the songs and progressing through each one. I have now mastered them all 100%, which was pretty exciting and fun to do. There are daily chests to open at the Colosseum, and it's a great part of the game. This gives you a reason to log on every day and play some songs to get your rewards. Here's an example of the song being played. One of the reasons why I love the Colosseum is that all the music is presented in a style very similar to Rock Band and Guitar Hero. So let's start with the pros of the game. The first thing I have to say is my main goal with playing games and finding software is to find something that keeps me motivated and consistently practicing, and this is doing it for me. This is a great game if you're looking for a way to motivate yourself to play piano, or if you're looking for something to motivate your kids to play piano and just have them practicing more often. Being able to play the game on your PC or iOS is actually super cool. I have to say again how much I love the Daily Colosseum. It's very nice to have a game where there's some sort of daily activities going on, so you get home from work or something and you're like, I don't really want to play tonight, but maybe I'll just log on and get my chest. And the next thing you know, you're off doing some quests and other things, so it's that starter for your habit to go and practice that night. Now let's go ahead and move on to the cons I have for Keys and Kingdoms. Now, I was originally going to count the pricing of this game as a big negative against it. Not so much for me, but more for convincing friends to play the game with me. But I happened to check the pricing page on February 23rd. I don't know when the price change actually happened. And I saw that it had dropped significantly. It had been cut in half. Now, the game costs $10 per month. It's also very often on sale for $8 per month. I feel like these prices are much more reasonable for the game where it is at currently and for the content provided in it. My final con about the game is that I just can't help but shake the feeling that the game feels like a beta. One of the main reasons for this is the main storyline quest is not done yet. So you eventually get to a point where you go to the quest board, you grab a quest, you go and finish the quest, you go back to the quest board, all the same quests are there again, and you're just kind of stuck in this loop. So with all that said, I'm going to give Keys and Kingdoms a 7 out of 10. Having reached out and had a chance to talk with the developers of this game and knowing who they have on their team, I can't help but be excited for the future of this game. Thank you for watching my review of Keys and Kingdoms. If you want to see more about this game, subscribe to my channel. I will be doing more gameplay to show off music, quests, dungeons, and much more. Later!